We've heard from a lot of our listeners that are truckers. In fact, we hear from a lot of our listeners on a regular basis that are out on the roads bringing our goodies to us from all across America. And a lot of them are looking for reliable GPS devices for their routes. Well, our next guest can help with just that. He's the Director of Product Management with Rand McNally, Dave Marsh. Dave, welcome back into Tomorrow. How you doing?
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Glad to have you with us because there's something very unique that you guys are doing that not a lot of others are. I mean, a lot of typical GPSs are for us consumers in our personal vehicles, maybe for business folks and on-the-road salesmen or whatever. But there's a whole set of rules and concerns that our trucker listeners have to deal with, and apparently you're addressing them.
Well, that's true, and I've ridden with a lot of truckers, and the life's quite different for them, and a consumer device really won't cut it for them. So we don't make a consumer device. We've decided to concentrate on our specialty, which is in the trucking market. As I think a lot of drivers know, we make the Motor Carriers Road Atlas, which is kind of the Bible for them in terms of the printed maps. Yeah. And we build all the data for that, and then we've now decided to come out with a GPS navigation unit that's just for them.
And using, no doubt, your own database that you worked so hard over the years on.
Absolutely. And we also partner with the Trucker's Friend for the Travel Center Points of Interest, which is they're a specialist in giving all the attribution for travel centers, 75 different attributes you can search for, women's showers, Wi-Fi, deli, all the things that travel centers might have. You can search for in our unit.
And this is on the device itself as kind of points of interest as we would know them for driving consumer vehicles, right?
That's exactly right. And not only can you search for them, but you can give feedback on them. So you can choose and remember which ones you like and mark that in the unit. And then you can share that with the community. Every time you dock to the PC at night, it uploads that information. You can download other people's sayings and how they feel about travel centers too.
Now, since we're also sharing video with our audience this week, let's show it on camera. Those of you who are unable to get to the website at the moment, have no fear. It'll be there for you. Just swing on by and you'll see the Rand McNally device. Now, is it called something in particular? Is this IntelliRoute technology built into this device, right?
That's exactly right. It's called the IntelliRoute TND 500 because it's a 5-inch screen. As you can see, the 3 big buttons. This is designed for use in a cab. On the top right, you have ability to turn your driving hours and so forth on and off. We have a number of truck tools that are shown here specifically for drivers. You have the timers and logs, your 11, 14-hour countdowns if you want them. You've got your logs for state mileage. You need to keep track in the trucking world for where you've been in what state.
So these are like legal help there, too, for them.
Exactly. And we give you not only that, but the Motor Carriers Road Atlas information from Rand McNally is in there. Truckers really can't dial 911 when they're driving. They typically need to know the number in their area for the state police or the hazmat authorities, and that's all right from our Motor Carriers Road Atlas.
So you've got also here we got destination assistance, the points of interest, address books, all sorts of stuff that one would expect to find in a good GPS unit, but more specifically for truckers.
Yes, and here you can see this is a points of interest screen that shows the first thing you see: travel centers, parking and rest areas, weigh stations, cat scales, and truck dealers. And we carry things like in the rest area, how many parking spots are there? Or like I say, in the travel centers, what are the various attributes that particular travel center has?
Some pretty neat stuff. And, of course, typical things like weigh stations, which you need to know. I mean, the rest of us pass them on turnpikes and interstates and just go, it's a good thing we don't have to worry about that. Well, they do.
That's right. You can set the mileage in advance that you want to be warned, how many miles in advance for state boundaries, weigh stations, and all that kind of thing.
Very neat stuff. And, of course, you can get more information when you visit the website randmcnally.com/truckgps.
That's right.
Very unique product that certainly be thinking about that for not only your trucker friends, for yourselves if you are in fact a trucker, and anyone else that you know that can use this type of info. I'll bet it also has things like bridge heights.
Absolutely.
The kinds of things that, again, driving our cars, we don't particularly have to worry about. They do.
They absolutely do.
randmcnally.com/truckgps. Dave, thanks very much for spending a couple of minutes with us, and keep up the good work. That's very cool stuff.
Thanks. Great to be here.